Welcome to another Getaways with Noel. In my last video, I showed you around Lucerne and said why I think it's the ideal place to visit and experience all that Switzerland has to offer. One of the reasons is the close proximity of two mountains, Mount Pilatus and Mount Rigi, also the beautiful Lake Lucerne. In this video, I will show you a couple of options on how to travel between Lucerne and Mount Rigi, and you will see how easy and convenient it is to experience the best of Switzerland. The journey started from Lucerne to Weggis, upwards to Rigi Kulm, then back to Lucerne via Vitznau. The journey time on the ferry from Lucerne to Weggis is about 45 minutes. On the date of this journey, the cost of the transport was included with the Swiss travel pass. If you want to know about the fare and schedule of the ferry, as well as the information about the Swiss travel pass, you can check the websites, which are in the description section. This is my second visit to Mount Rigi, and the first time I visited, I took a train from Lucerne to Arth Goldau and then cogwheel train to Rigi Kulm. If you want to see the video of my first trip, you can click the link in the outro. This is a very scenic ferry ride, as you can see the buildings on the lakeside along with the mountain range of the Alps such as Mount Pilatus. Lake Lucerne is the fourth largest lake in Switzerland, and it's surrounded by four cantons. These are Schwyz, Uri, Nidwaldin, and Lucerne. Hence, it's also referred to as the Lake of the Four Forested Settlements. A number of rivers feed into the lake along with the River Rus, which enters the lake at Flulen. The River Rus is also where the lake drains out of, and is the river which runs through the center of Lucerne town. The ferry has now arrived at Weggis port. Weggis is a small holiday resort with a predominantly mild climate which allows various southern plants to thrive, such as palms, grapes, and orchids. Given this mild climate, Weggis is often called the Riviera of Central Switzerland. Indeed, the American author Mark Twain wrote in 1897 that Weggis was the loveliest place he ever visited. Due to its peaceful surroundings, well-being resorts, and access to various local tourist sites, Weggis is the second biggest tourist destination in Canton of Lucerne. The first, of course, being the town of Lucerne. This is the cable car station in Weggis, where you will take the panoramic cableway to Rigi Kaltbad, which takes about 10 minutes. This option is the fastest way to ascend Mount Rigi from Lucerne and possibly the most scenic. The cable car station is about 10 to 15 minute uphill walk from the Weggis port. Before you travel, please check the operating times of the cable car, as there are occasions when it does not run. The cable car gives a view over Lake Lucerne and even over the Bernese Alps. which includes the Elger, Minch, and Jungfrau. I was really lucky with the weather and could see for miles in the bright autumn sunshine. This is Rigi Kaltbad. It's an exclusive wellness mineral bath and spa surrounded by the alpine landscape. You can stay here for a few minutes to enjoy the scenery or experience what the resort has to offer. This is an ideal place if you're looking to relax and live life. In my case, I carried straight across to meet up with the cogwheel train traveling up to Rigi Kulm. You will see that on the side of the red train reads Vitznau. This is the starting point of the train and is the one I will take when I leave, whereas the blue train traveled to and from Arth Goldau. There's no reservation for sitting on the train, just find an empty seat. If the train is full, you will have to wait for the next one. As you go up, you will notice beautiful scenery of either side of the train, and it's a perfect opportunity to take some photos. But please be courteous so as not to disturb other passengers. Just like the ferry and the cable car, the train journey was included with the Swiss Travel Pass. Now we have reached Rigi Kulm, where all trains terminate. From this point, you can walk uphill to reach the peak. As you continue to walk towards the peak, you will see a sign indicating two paths, one which is shorter but steep, while the other way is longer and less steep, and I chose the shorter path. You will also notice the Swisscom Communications Tower, which is 96 meters high and houses a 360-degree panoramic live webcam, which can be viewed on this website. As soon as you reach the peak, the views are impressive and one of a kind. Hence, you will understand why Mount Rigi is referred to as the Queen of Mountains. There are 3 lakes surrounding Mount Rigi, 2 of which can be seen from the peak. These are Lake Zug and Lake Lucerne, and while Lake Lauwers can be seen from the train stop. Fortunately, the good weather continued when I reached the top with unlimited views. In fact, it is said that 24 of the 26 cantons can be seen from Rigi Kulm, the 2 exceptions being Geneva and Basel, although I'm not sure how many were visible when I visited. The first time I visited Mount Rigi was in winter, and the mountain was totally covered with snow. And I'm so glad this time of year because it's so green and the weather was sunny. Hence, it was a joyful visit and I feel I conquered the Alps. There's many photo opportunities in Rigi Kulm, such as this wooden cow. You will always see people taking selfies and hear the bell around its neck being rung. This is Rigi Kulm Hotel and Restaurants, opened in 1816, and it was the first mountain guest house in Switzerland. It has a formal a la carte restaurant, and I opted to use the self-service restaurant which sells traditional local food, and I chose a delicious warming soup with bread. When I decided to leave, there's the option to take train directly from Rigi Kulm. However, I took advantage of the fine weather and decided to walk down to the next stop called Rigi Staffel for the next train to depart. This is a popular route and is amongst the 120 kilometers of hiking trails available in summer. This route is also available in winter, but only 35 kilometers of trails are open. From Rigi Staffel, we took the red train all the way down to Vitznau. This is a very scenic train ride as you descend, especially on a clear sunny day. If you want to see the best views, I recommend sitting on the right hand side of the train. As before, this part of the trip is included with the Swiss Travel Pass. Vitznau is a municipality that lies on the shore of Lake Lucerne. This holiday resort is one of the gateways for exploring the lake and the surrounding mountains. Vitznau is becoming a popular venue for events such as weddings due to its wonderful panoramic views as a backdrop and the romantic vibes, especially during sunset. Vitznau is also one of the stops or departing points for the ferry back to Lucerne, and the travel time is approximately an hour. Again, this is another scenic ride looking at the lakeside and mountain ranges surrounding Lucerne. There are many different cruises available on Lake Lucerne, and whatever you choose, you will enjoy and be mesmerized by the wonderful scenery regardless of the season. All ferries operating on Lake Lucerne have very good facilities such as food and drinks, toilets, tables and chairs to make your trip more comfortable. Mount Rigi is one of the most picturesque and easily accessible mountains I have visited, and the very scenic journey is an added bonus. This is what Switzerland has to offer, and another visit is certainly due soon. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe to my channel for more Getaways with Noel.